All aboard. Sorry for the long delay, but there's a certain event that happened this afternoon. I had to watch it because it's been 50 years since that kind of a event happened. We're still waiting for full confirmation that the whole trip will occur. Yes, I'm talking Artemis 2, guys. I did watch the launch. I am an old nerd. I am an old space nerd. And looking over the maps, trying to figure out where we're at. What did I just click on? This is what the actual. So it's the 6th is what we're shooting for. 7th is what we're shooting for. Financials in the original game was $5 million in profit the year before. 125 net wealth, 124 in the bank. Only a 1.5 million in assets. So right now, fix it. And if it can make it, Chaos have that line beat. Both of them. Chaos is not doing so well. Max Chaos will have to struggle to even break even. And now the question is, in the next 10 years of runtime, can I take and get this game to that 5 million profit, 4.4 million or 4.5 million roughly, just short of it, in cash flow? And I do pause the game at this point because something happens here almost consistently. It is not to do with the system or anything like that. I think there's a glitched item in the game. I don't know whether it's one of my items, one of the things I built that causes a glitch at that point, but there's a point, there's like this 3-month window where a glitch occurs in the original game. Hopefully it's not something that I've still got out on the system in the other ones. Let's go on back and do the Nova DT. And again, that comparison, 119 cash, 121. We're going to make those. It's at 2.6. We got to figure a way to raise profits now. 2.1 in assets tells me we've already beat him on items deployed. Vehicles, the whole 9 yards. So, best way to raise profits, go to this guy here and start looking for lines that are red. Profits, we want the least profitable lines. Pax Looper. The problem is we upgraded that, so we're not going to mess with them. A newsprint roller, those it's just because they may be in transit and they're low profit. Loggers, there's not much I can do. The rigger racer, again, we upgraded that to a much faster vehicle. And I think the best options here are to raise our... Oh! Whoa, what were we thinking? Hey, yeah, there's the problem. You know what? Let's just set 67. Whoops. You can tell when I've played a different game. It's not going to leave Mallowfield till it's 67% filled. Because it's going over to those oil wells, I'm not going to worry about the return trips. But at 67% filled at Mallowfield, that's what we need to be looking at. He's currently at Evil Pines Riggers Racer. Is currently at the Pineville Oil Well on his return trip. The Electro Screaming Demon. He's not an Electro. Paul B. Electro is the company that he's serving, so scrappers, nothing I can do to make those more profitable. Nothing. And still be able to use the lines we're using. One thing we can do is take a peek at over here in Trash Central. We have a stretch where they're parallel. But I also don't like the idea of climbing up. But this was climbed up already. So I am considering. No, I'm more than considering. We're going to do it. We're going to lay the groundwork to change the flow so that this becomes the only section of rail that we're actually still dealing with. And then, of course, we'll have to have some little work here to create a better junction. And I think if we do that, we can eliminate this whole section over here, which sounds like a great idea to me, because that would let us take out the tunnel and save a little bit of money. How does that sound to you guys? First, I should ask who the tunnel belongs to, shouldn't I? Tunnel belongs to me, so yeah, if it was a public tunnel, I'd have said, yeah, get rid of it. Not get rid of it. But here we go. Do our changes, move this signal back, pop that signal, allow this to tie in as a full diamond, modified, we'll call it the GON. And that becomes hexagon junction. All right. With that done, we take out this signal, flag a signal here, and a signal here for one ways on both the sections. Confirm that there's no trains entering this. Back up this way, below that section, and then start our rail removal. It may not be much, $4 per section, but that's a long haul section. So this should get us a little bit more money back. And we can take and do a speed run to confirm whether that's actually doing us any good. He's clear, we can do that and that. That will leave us with pretty good flow through, and then he comes onto the main lines there. Take out that last little tail section, and we will switch from rail to road, and we are removing that, preparing to drop it back down. A little bit of investment here. Get our road back open, because I did reboot the system because the game was acting a little laggy. It's not used to these 2-hour ones anymore than I am. And we're going to go ahead and put in a higher road because it's replacing tunnel that was faster to begin with than what the road was. Clear that spot, and then I'll go ahead and restore some land there. Looking considerably better. We're going to take out this double jog, make it a smaller double jog, so we'll close road, stepping over this way and down the hill there will let us remove some excess wire. Hey, what do you know? we're making some progress here, gang. Some very serious progress. And we got an attraction out here we could serve. And we know that's pretty good attraction. Attracts 120 people. Good idea to take and serve it. We've also had, wow, look at what happened over here at Barcrux. Oof. Might be time to take and start opening up and widening some stations. Baron Cross has built a theater out in the middle of nowhere. We'll need to support that at some point. We'll also need to start thinking about some sports on this stuff. So that's tram stuff. We're going to get that later in the episode. Said we were going to go to throttle. Let's see if that has managed to impact much. Kick the throttle back a second. Go to our monthlies. Yeah, that's only a $500 decrease, but it's still a decrease. Now, $500 over a year, you're talking $6,000. Again, may not seem much, but every little bit of profit's what we're milking for now. Through efficiencies. Through clearing some of these lines that we have so foolishly run double ups on. We need to get power to here. Where's the nearest power line? Right there. Boy, that's going to be a bear to get power out of. Because I don't think it's going to let me. Oh, it will. Perfect. Okay. Let's start running that power line down here to this guy. And that's a good spot to consider. We probably could have come from there too. But I like a little bit of redundancy in my power lines, and there it is. We're tied together much better, and finally have connected up properly a second connection to prevent accidents, a single line blow or something, from causing a glitch other than a local one in our grid. Okay. Again, though, that's going to increase. Let's back up. We're almost back up to where we were. Not as good as we wanted. Nothing to generate yet. We need to generate more money. How do we do that? Well, lists, stations, settings, go to the overcrowdeds, kick to the waiting, reverse it. That is down. This one's down a little. So they're starting to make some differences. Our next big one that we can start looking at is, what do we have to do here? People trying to get up to, oh my goodness, 20,000 people trying to get up there. That train needs to take and be, you know, I think we can actually transform that train into an immediate turnaround. In fact, I'm going to put a second train on that setup. So that is the rigger, or the high ridge. Just realized something. Because we have stations set to waiting and special filter on, it's applying that to our train schedule as well. Yes, there we go. So what we're looking for is the Mali. Which one is this guy? Electro Pittman. Okay. And we will see how well this is going to do towards eliminating that and knocking that down. Then over here, again, slowing it down so that we got the time. To think for a moment. It is time to upgrade this line, the Horseshoe Hustler. So Horseshoe Hustler is our next upgrade line. Closing special construction, opening that, close that, get him down so that I can reopen him and put him down where I need him. Thank you. Okay. Horseshoe Hustler, an upgrade is definitely needed and should let us move more people over to Brenton. We're also going to need to destroy that and that. Put in a high-speed capable bridge. Don't care that these are 160s because he's coming into station anyway at that point, but the tunnel does need to be replaced. And I don't know if it's going to let me. Yes, it did. Okay, good. Make certain we're connecting him up high. Didn't connect. There we go. Now we got the tunnel reconnected, and just to confirm, this is a trick you need to do and need to learn. Make certain by opening your underground view that you can see where the tunnel is and that it is connected through. Okay. It's also a good way for removing sections of tunnel down the road. And let's get those catenaries out. What do we got? Yeah, who can't find a route? Problems. That was when we blew the tunnel. We fixed that, so we're good. Alright, so tunnel's cleared. Now it's time to run those catenaries. Want to come back to here. Run the high-speed catenaries. Make certain you're overlapping so we don't get these annoying breaks we've been having. And we're also going to upgrade the station down here now. I'm going to go with sorry, 128 passenger station for 80, or we can go to the 256. I'm going with the big haul. The big haul station has gone in. Don't need to worry about that anymore. We are going to talk to this guy and tell him to please prepare to retire. Make certain we have a dispatch segment connected in. So we're going to need the high-speed catenaries right there. Come on back down to here. Switch to that mode. That train's taken care of. Go to the electric. Perfect. 604 passengers should be good. Horseshoe Hustler, which is line 95. Scroll on down to 95. There he is. Launch that Horseshoe Hustler. Close out the depot. Give it a kick. Okay, the other train finished his run. Oh, please don't be a problem. Yep, that became a problem. But I got an answer. Let's see if it will work. I think there's room enough for both to enter for a moment. He's on his way. Now we can send this guy. Go to depot. Start heading to the depot. I need to get him down right here by the depot and then return it back off and let him go back onto the route. By taking out that signal I blew, that should prevent them from being able to move forward until the other train's cleared. Now he should take and turn around. Yep. Much better flow. They're still a little bit bunched, but that'll unbunch over time. With 20,000 people to move, we've got a lot of money to make there. We're in July. We've got 1.3 well into July, so that might not be a good call point. But then again, without knowing where we were at for the year in June, that makes it tougher. I am going to do this as just a half-hour episode for 102. This is episode 102 on the Devil's Towers 1969, or Fixit 1969 game. It is running towards the end game tonight. Don't know how many episodes because of the 2 long ones it's going to let me upload, because I don't know if it's time or number of videos. I'm still learning this, guys. Shoot me. Preferably with a rubber band or a squirt gun. Actually, preferably with a rocket that shoots me into space. Yeah. I want Ceres. I'm going to open this first Space Pirate bar and grill on Ceres. Alright, so everything is looking much better. Flow's getting a little bit better. Starting to see some... I thought I was going to see some separation between those 2 trains. They are going back a little bit lighter. But the amount of money that line is making is rather incredible. At some point we will have to watch for when that needs to be downgraded. Okay, while we're doing that, let's go take a look at that station list again. And again, we're going to turn back on the special filter. Set it back to waiting. That's not what it's supposed to be doing. You gotta love it. We got vehicle stuck again. Who's stuck now? Okay, I think I see what's happened here. And I know what my answer is. Come on, make the switch. Oh, you're totally stuck now. You are. Yeah. Go to depot. See if this has got you squared away. That did square him away a little bit. Okay. All right. Who else was stuck? We fixed that. Okay. We fixed that by fixing him. Okay. So, little glitch that we hadn't encountered before. Some of that has been done to us by our changes. Finishing up the second pot of coffee today. Came down to slow speed for a moment. We're at the 30-minute mark. This is a good spot to end it. Hey, don't forget to vote on the poll for what game to play next when the Fixit and the Max Chaos end this week. These did always have a set ending date of the 2025, so game day. So I will still continue tomorrow with Fixit if I don't finish it tonight. Then we start the Max Chaos. I think I said it was going to start on the 4th. I think it'll probably wind up on the 4th because we're just like there. Here, we're going to be fighting for that final 20 years on his run to get him to where he needs to go. I've got a couple more things to expound upon in the game. And then Sunday, of course, we pick back up with what's going on. Hopefully you're leaving comments on the Senate type comments for what you think Caesar meant with that last ruling and how the things are going. Do we need to take and change bits? I'm letting for right now because apparently something's wrong in the settings or different in the settings, and I'm not able to do the cross connect that I normally can do to pick up the mail that somebody else is carrying to carry it for a leg for them. And also we're going to take a look at this community and see what we can do here to build ourselves a slightly better hope for tomorrow. I'm Callie Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.